All right, good morning, everyone. I have a reading from The Science of Mind, page 440, and it's a short reading, but I thought before I started, the Science of Mind magazine in the Science and Spirituality column has a really good section on different types of breathing, and they all start with breathing from the diaphragm. So the idea of breathing in with your nose as your belly kind of goes out and then breathe and taking about 4 or 5 seconds for that. And then exhaling through your nose as your diaphragm or your belly moves in towards your spine. So let's just take a couple of deep diaphragm breaths. So just breathing in. Exhaling. Breathing in. And exhaling. Have enthusiasm, and above all, have a consciousness of love, a radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times.
There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one.
And there is only one of us. And each and every one of us are part of the whole. That one God, that one spirit, that one universe that is all encompassing. And as we come together today, individually and as part of the whole, I know that we are, in fact, in the right and perfect place. And the words of wisdom that we hear today will be just the right and perfect words that we need to use in our life. And to let that love of spirit build within us and ooze out into the universe and to those we meet. And as we look forward in gratitude and light and love and joy to this message today, I know that we are all together as one, and so it is.
There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only one.
Thank you, Jackson and Michelle. Well, this morning we've got a treat. You probably read their bios in the newsletter, but Andy, I thought I would remind you that Andy is a renowned Motown musician, and Bonnie and Andy are a ministerial team that used to have a church in Oregon, and then they decided to take it on the road, and they've been speaking at many churches around the United States, and it's so nice to have them back with us again. So let's welcome Reverend Andy and Bonnie. So take it away. Oh, actually, what I want you guys to do is to put your screen image so that you have speaker view, and then I'm going to stop the PowerPoint so that you could see them. But if you put your screen on speaker view, then when they start speaking, you'll see them. So go for it.
That's better. I was muted. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It is so wonderful to be here. We are so blessed to be here with you on this wonderful morning. So in the right mode. So just take these words and just let them be a part of your experience here. Spirit, lead me and guide me. 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 Every day I see in a new way. Living my life to the fullest every day. There's nothing sweeter than a smile on my face. I just surrender for that power and love every moment, every day. Spirit, lead me and guide me. Spirit, just keep on giving me. Spirit, just let it lead me and guide me. Spirit, just keep on giving me. It's up to me to be that brighter day, because I am that I am. The tip was made with yes in every way. So I surrender to that power in every moment, every day. It's only love. So it's all there is, all there will be. It's up to me to know and believe and know there's only one life, love, peace, and harmony. Oh, it's all in spirit, bringing me. Spirit, lead you and guide you. Spirit, will just keep. Just will lead you and guide you. Spirit, just keep on giving you. When you find yourself going through the dark night of the soul, just release and let go, and know that it's so, and surrender to that power in every moment, every day. It's all in love. believe. It's up to me to know and receive and know there's only one life, love, peace, and harmony. It's Holy Spirit living in me. Spirit, lead me and guide me. Spirit, keeps on giving me. Spirit, just let it lead me and guide me. Spirit, keeps on giving me. It's only love. Oh, there is no other belief. It's up to you, oh, Holy Spirit.
We've had to get creative with this. Can you hear me? All right, good. They can hear me. So we've had a few problems this morning, and now it's all working great. So that's how delighted. Andy and I are delighted to be here with you this morning. And the theme, the monthly theme, as you heard earlier, is celebrating divine truth. And what a wonderful theme, I think, celebrating the divine truth that is seeing from the higher perspective. And the topic for today is making magic, finding magic in the ordinary, finding magic in the ordinary world that we might miss. Because life is really magical. Our everyday life is so magical. I mean, look at the trees where you live. Look at the redwood trees in your area. And look at the ocean. Look at how wonderful that is and how magical it is if you just take time to breathe in nature. When we're awake and present, we can see magic everywhere. And the key is to being awake and present to it, because sometimes we kind of sleep through it, don't we? So it's like a sunrise. You know, nothing to me is more magical than watching the sun come up on a new day, watching the sun emerge on a new day, knowing that it's a fresh start and watching the colors of dawn appear in the sky, going from darkness to light. And also the sunset. Andy and I were at a beautiful place last week called Sisters, Oregon. And it's sort of like the Old West. There's big, huge mountains in the background, snow-capped mountains. And then there's these huge fields with horses in them. And we were watching the sunset over this beautiful scene, and with the colors that emerged with the sunset. It was very, very magical. Clouds. I think clouds. You know, have you ever just sat and watched the clouds lately? It's just, that's another thing that to me just takes me to a higher place. Looking up at the clouds just takes me to the magic of life. We have a lot of birds in our yard. We have a lot of bird feeders. And Andy loves hummingbirds. And the hummingbirds were our are magical. Hummingbirds are just magical creatures. They're so tiny and so beautiful and make kind of, and to me, they represent. So when I slow down and hear the wind chimes in the yard, when I slow down and become present, I see the magic that is everywhere. How about the magic in a baby's face? I mean, how can you beat that? How can anything be more magical? Andy and I have some good friends, Lisa Ferraro and the late Etika Luckett, and they wrote a song about awe. And they made t-shirts that we had that said, if you're not in awe, you're not paying attention. And I think when we pay attention, we're in awe of the magic that is all around us, always. So we pay attention. And when we're awake, we see the magic and the synchronicity that's always there. Sometimes we don't notice the things that are coming together for us when we're so busy or so distracted. When we pay attention, we see the answered prayer, because otherwise we might. So the creative process that is that Ernest Holmes taught us, how the world works, how mind works, that's very magical to me. The creative process to me seems magical. Robert Russell said, we make a mold with our thoughts. This is our part. God's part is to pour substance into the mold. So we just, with our desire, with our emotional desire for something new, we make a mold and then we let it go. And it's Spirit's job to fill that mold when we can let go and allow Spirit to do its work. I want to tell you a story about I'll tell you this story about a woman that used to go to our church. She wanted a purple couch. she really couch in her living room. She was someone that was really into design and making her home beautiful and comfortable. And she didn't have the money to buy this couch, but she saw the couch. And actually she was at a furniture store and said, oh, this is the couch I want. It was a beautiful shade of purple, very colorful, very elegant. And then she let it go. A couple of weeks later, she got a message on her answering machine. Remember when we used to have answering machines on our phones? So she got a message, and the message said, your couch is here. Come and pick it up at 413 Main Street in Portland. And if you're not here by 7 p.m., come and pick up your couch. And she thought, well, that's interesting. This is obviously a wrong number, but I want to check this out. So she actually talked her boyfriend, who was very hesitant to go. It was a long drive and during rush hour. And he said, you don't even know this lady. She's not going to, how do you even want this couch? She's not going to give it to a stranger. And she said, I don't know. So they drove to this storage locker. And here's this lady, and guess what's in the storage locker? Her purple couch. It just gives me chills at the magic of it when I think of it now. And she explained to the woman that it was a wrong number, that she wasn't even the one she was trying to call. She goes, I don't care, honey. The couch is yours. Just take it. No charge. It's free. Take the couch. So she ended up with that purple couch in her living room. Now that's the creative process, isn't it? That's the magic of creative process. When you really let go, Spirit will deliver. She never could have planned that. Spirit delivered that couch and filled that mold. So this has been a difficult year. This is the last Sunday of the year 2000. And a very difficult year for many of us with everything that's going on. We've had the virus. We just found out that Andy's brother has COVID, so we would appreciate your treatments. And just was around a lot of his family in Texas. You know, many people have been laid off, so there's been economic hardships. The racial tensions have been, you know, up to what's been going on for a long time in this country, and all of the political division that we're seeing. And we've had to stay home and we've had to wear masks. So it's been a really tough year for a lot of us. But one thing that I think that many of us are asking ourselves is, what have we learned this year? What have we learned? Down when we had to stay home and do things differently. What have we learned? I know that as Reverend Angelica was saying, that Andy and I travel a lot. Our ministry is on the road, and we've had to stay home. And you know what? We've loved it. We live in a beautiful spot on the North Umpqua River in Roseburg, Oregon, on about an acre. The river is right there. And we've been able to watch the seasons change in our yard. We've been able to watch the river rise and fall. We've been able to slow down. And we've lived in this house now 13 years, and we have never enjoyed it as much as we have this year of COVID, because we've been here, we've been present, we've been going deeper. We went through and got rid of things. We released a lot of things. We went through our closets and let go of things and realized that we had too much of so many things. So we have really learned a lot and experienced a lot of joy, because sometimes, you know, when we're forced outside of our comfort zone, we're forced out of our regular way of life. We look at things in a new way. We slow down. We can go deeper into the quiet, into the magic, and transform our lives. And we may not have that opportunity if we're just caught up in the everyday activity and the hamster wheel that we're sometimes on. So I wanted to tell you another story about letting go. As we went through, first of all, there's a lot of magic in the holiday season, isn't there, with the lights? I don't know about you, but here in Roseburg, people have decorated like I've never seen before. I think we were for light to appear since we've had to stay home. So many more houses in our neighborhood have lights on them, and it's really beautiful to experience all that light. People turn them on earlier and leave them on later. And so when we started decorating for Christmas, we said, we're doing it big this year, even if nobody sees it. So we've been decorating, and we realized we had a lot of Christmas decorations that we never used. So I decided I would give them away. I went on Craigslist and posted pictures of all these decorations that we had that we no longer needed. And a couple of people inquired, and then there was a woman who said, I have 5 children and we don't have enough money for Christmas this year. I found out that I have a tumor on my liver. My husband lost his job, and we just don't have decorations. And I said, wonderful, come and pick them up. And she said, you know, I don't even have gas money for my car. If you could drop them off, I could give you a couple of dollars. And I said, no worries, we'll drive them. We're about 15, 20 minutes. We'll drive them in. So we took the decorations to her apartment, and we had bags of things that she took, and large things. And she was so grateful and so excited, and sent us pictures of this big table decoration on her dining room table that she put little ornaments around, and she put some of it on her front door. And she said it really brought Christmas to her apartment. She was so grateful. So I had an idea that maybe I could gather together some of my friends and we could buy presents for her children. because she has 5 all the way from 13 to 1.5 years. So I sent the word out to my book club and my women's group and my friends. Did anyone want to contribute to buying gifts or a gift card? And the response was overwhelming. And one woman said, I would like to help her with her rent if she needs it. So I contacted this woman named Amanda and I said, how are you doing with your rent? And she said, we're 4 months behind. She said 3 months, they give us a delay because of COVID, but we still haven't paid December rent and we're worried we don't want to get evicted. So I told my friend, I told her how much the rent was. It was about $550 a month. And she said, I would like to pay all of her rent. So she paid 4 months of her rent and caught her all the way up. Do you imagine how good that felt when you're worried about being evicted? People bought presents for the kids. People cash. So just the other day, Andy and I went and delivered all of these things to her. And she was just so blown away. And I said, you know, you are the one that opened up to making your life more beautiful. You answered that free ad to have Christmas decorations for your home. And all we were the channel for spirit to operate through. She was praying for a better life, and we were a channel. And I told her to remember that this was just the beginning. This was just the beginning. And to me, that was a magical coming together. It felt so good. And it felt good that I didn't have to do all of it myself. Everyone came together and operated together. And it was such a wonderful experience. It was really heartening, so heartening. And she kept sending me all these texts with all these heart emojis saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I told her that we didn't really do it. She started it by having a desire to have Christmas for her children. So in the book, Magic of the Soul, it says, finding the magic in every situation is a technique that can help us accept whatever is happening in each moment. If it is magical, we can use it to increase our expression of soul energy and learn from experience. So we can be awake and aware to all that is around us. Allow ourselves to be used by spirit in wonderful ways. A friend of mine, Donna Smith, sent out a Christmas letter. You see those Christmas letters? I still have one I haven't even read that some friends read that's so long and single-spaced of all the things they've done this year. I used to have a friend that sent out things of all the amazing things that her kids did that made everybody else feel there was something wrong with their kids, right? Well, Donna's Christmas letter was inspirational. And I'd like to read you a little. Feeling safe in our comfortable little box of reality that we have created. When we do this, we miss or dismiss the call to transform, grow, and deepen our awareness. This has been an amazing year of awakening, filled with challenges that have asked us or made us move outside of our comfortable boxes. So this time of COVID, this time of uncertainty has pushed us outside of our comfort zone, hasn't it? I think it would be wonderful before the end of this year to just contemplate on that, what you have learned from this. What have been the gifts of this year of 2020? What have been the gifts that you received in the midst of all of this chaos? We are not magicians using smoke and mirrors, but metaphysicians using principles and laws to create magical lives. As I said before, that the creative process that Ernest Holmes taught us, that what we hold in mind, what we desire, can be manifest in our world if we allow that mold to be filled by spirit. And it seems like magic. And when we slow down, we can look at how this magic has been created all around us, even when we didn't realize it was happening. I looked out my bedroom window the other day, where we also have a bird feeder. And there was a tree that was bare of all of its leaves. And there were 5 blue jays, stellar jays, in the tree. I mean, it was like a Christmas card. It was so beautiful. And I might have missed it. I took a moment and just looked, and it was magic right there in front of me. So let God work through you. Let the magic work through you. Think of the boldest, highest idea of your life and hold that vision. Andy has a wonderful song about nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. So dig deep and hold that highest vision. Like the woman that wanted to make Christmas more beautiful for her children and was given many more gifts than that. And hold that vision, hold that mold in faith, and allow spirit to fill it with your deepest desires. Ernest Holmes said, God is infinite intelligence, and as much of that intelligence is available to us as we are willing to accept. It's infinite. And as much as we can, our bucket, that's how much we can receive. So let's have bigger buckets this year. And I put a call out to pay attention and be in awe to the magic that is around us always, in the smallest little things, the smallest little things. Rumi said, the work of magic is this, that it breathes and at every breath transforms realities. Our realities are being transformed right now. Allow yourself to really feel those desires, to feel the ones that even seem impossible, and let it transform your reality. Let it lift us all up in this end of the year that has never been before, and open up to the truth everywhere present at once. So let us close with a spiritual mind treatment. So go within, go within with me, please, and know that there is only one power in the universe, and this power is more beautiful and more infinite than we could ever imagine. Infinite power is here, right where we are, for us to access, because we are one with all that is. We are one with all of the attributes of spirit, with power, beauty, love, life, health, prosperity, joy. They are all what we are. And right now, in this moment, we open our hearts to the magic that is all around us, to the beauty, to the magic in a baby's giggle, to the beauty of a red tree standing tall and rooted in earth, to the joy of listening to the river or the creek flow. We are open to the clouds and the sun rising and setting and all of the wonderful gifts that nature provides for us. And we are also open to the creative spirit, knowing that what we place our energy and what we can imagine can be our reality. And this is magical and this is wonderful. And I rejoice in this. I am so grateful for the creative process that allows us to vision a life that we would like to live and step into that vision and believe it and know it. I am so grateful for the magic that is present everywhere around me. So grateful for together to celebrate the divine beauty of life. So grateful for this life. So grateful for this year, and so grateful for a new beginning. I release this now, and I plant these seeds in the fertile soil of mind and watch them grow and blossom and become reality. As I say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. And now Andy is going to sing a beautiful song for you. Thank you, everyone. The camera's moving. Now, Andy, look at the screen.
Nature's gift to me, perfect place to be. I keep on loving myself so I can see that only beauty in you. So stand up together and let the whole world see. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. My life is so good, precious and good. See, with every step I take, with every breath I take, it takes me higher on my path of awakening. See, through the eyes of love, there's only one of us. So let's be grateful for all that's been given us. No need to live in fear. All of life is his all. Come on, let's love and let the light come shining in. Smiling faces, warm embraces. Oh, let's all stand up and let the whole world know I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful every day, and I'm grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. My life is so good, yeah, so precious and so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Every day I'm so thankful. So grateful, so thankful. Every moment of the day, I'm so thankful. And that's the way it is.
Thank you very much, Andy and Bonnie. That was excellent today. So I'm going to put the PowerPoint back on again. And we'll move to the sharing of